Welcome back to Wood Defender, buddy. It's been many years. So Chris came to our Wood Defender training class back in 2004. Believe it or not, you were the very first ST250 that I ever sold.
Sure was.
It was incredible.
It was an easy sell, though.
Well, I appreciate that. And that's one thing I wanted to ask you about. So when we first met, you guys were using airless paint sprayers.
Yeah, we were using
and pump up sprayers. That's right. So do you feel like the ST250 was a good addition to your business as far as efficiency?
It was amazing. Probably one of the best. I will say, it was probably one of the best decisions I made. I was probably the most pessimistic person that wanted to change my business from when I first started.
Sure. Yeah. Well, everybody's comfortable with their methods and what has worked for them over the years, and sometimes those change is hard, right? So when I first called on Chris, he was using airless paint sprayers, using Sherwin-Williams Woodscapes, or at that point Cuprinol. Yeah. And it was a hard sell, I'll be honest with you. To try to get in front of him, I basically had to beg for the appointment. And we built a nice relationship. It worked out well for him. He had Outback Fence Restoration, which morphed into Outback Construction Roofing. He's done all different kinds of things. And today you're back to help a young man get started in East Texas, and possibly re-enter the fence staining industry.
I think, I've seen things evolve. I think that this is a good business to be in, that you appreciate your customers. It's a different type of business compared to going into the roofing industry.
Gotcha.
And I enjoyed this. I remember starting out, you start somewhere. Well, that's kind of where I cut my teeth. It sure evolved. And I feel good about where the direction from how much you've grown. I mean, this is an amazing business. Being from Oak Cliff, where I grew up, Standard Paints has been around for sure. And, Wood Defender is what put me on the map.
Well, so you're right. So being in business since 1952, your dad actually had a roofing company not far from the original facility of Standard Paints.
No, my
grandfather.
So my grandfather, right up the road, I grew up. So I would drive down Vilbig to go down to Power. So I'd see Standard Paints.
That's cool.
Kid. My grandfather did, record, roofing, repo, and, we kind of learned everything growing up as a kid. Today, not every kid does that, but that's what we did. And, I watched Standard Paint. So it was quite ironic that I get a phone call from you where you call me up out of a magazine.
Right.
Like, hey, look at the fence restoration guy. Who's this Outback guy? And I'm like, well, who's this Todd guy?
Sure.
But it worked out really good for both of us. I mean, it was a great addition for me.
And the one thing that I like about the Wood Defender fence staining program, as you've gone through today, is that regardless, your level of success is going to be defined by you. We can't define that for you, right? So if you're supplemental income, if you're a fencing company, if you're a roofing company, if you want to be a full-time fence stainer, we appreciate the opportunity to sell you the product. We appreciate your business, and we're friends regardless of whatever your purchasing level is, right? And that's what's kept us close. And thank you for reaching back out. We hopefully get you going out there in East Texas and help this young man out and help him build a thriving business. But the one thing I think today, we stained a fence in 14 minutes was the spray time. Total job site, 34 minutes with over $800 in profit.
Those are amazing margins.
Find me a person, especially a young man as you have brought today, that can't benefit from that type of margin and that type of efficiency on a job site. You're talking about a lifestyle change now.
Oh, 100%. And you look at 15 minutes. It took longer to drive to that job than it was to actually complete it. I remember the days of having a pump-up sprayer, and I remember the days of having an airless sprayer, and you got to find electricity, and there's so many variables. I mean, I look back going, wow, look at the opportunity that you have as a young entrepreneur today versus what we had 20 plus years ago.
Well, exactly. And that's why, a lot of people in the industry have their opinions on different type of spray systems and apparatuses. And that's one thing we talked about in our training class. Whether you apply it with a paintbrush, a roller, a backpack sprayer, a pump-up garden sprayer, airless paint sprayer, or one of our systems, the end result's the same. It's just a matter of what level of efficiency you want to try to achieve. So today, total job site, 34 minutes with $800 in profit. We didn't have to unload any equipment. We didn't have to haul any buckets into the backyard. We didn't have any potential hazards with half full buckets getting tipped over. Big time saver. Now, the net of that is if somebody was getting started and needed to do it with a $100 backpack sprayer, the end result would still be the same. He just might be there 4 or 5 hours. But what job can you go work 4 or 5 hours and make $800 in profit doing it these days, right? So I think it's an awesome opportunity. We appreciate you coming. You'll notice, I think you mentioned it earlier today, that the class is very similar to the way it was when you attended it back in 2004. So we've increased maybe our footprint here in our facility, or we've improved our classroom environment, but the meat and potatoes of the training class was essentially the same, right? So best practices: go get the job sold, protect the concrete, wipe off the middle pole, stain the fence, collect your check, go to the next job.
Attention to details. I think that's just everything. This business it can be, I know for me, I look back, I mean, I kind of like went back in time.
Yeah.
I'm going, wow, here we go. We got, pump up sprayers, we got amazing equipment, and what you can do with it today versus what 20 years ago, I think it's just endless. And I think that's what's really good about us. I mean, we think that we're not going to just stay in East Texas.
Sure.
I've moved from Dallas to East Texas. I'm still going to bring that white glove service. And I think that's where that I see this industry is white glove service seems to be like where you want to be at. And that's what you brought. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I was very interested today to come 20 years and see the growth. And I saw it. And you know what? I see good people in this class. And that's what I see differently from the industry that I was leaving. Or not really leaving. I'm still
the roofing industry.
Yeah, the roofing industry. I'm very a part of that, but I see things evolving that's not always the best interest.
Fair enough.
In the market. And knowing that, I've seen this business being a very personal relationship business. So the reason why I got into roofing. And so where things evolve, I think it's good for me to diversify. It's good for us to build a place in East Texas to try to, elevate that market.
Absolutely.
And then we'll come over here to Dallas and we'll be right here in your backyard.
Well, there's a big opportunity in East Texas. Tyler obviously is booming. You're not far from Shreveport, another booming area of the country. So I think it makes a lot of sense. And we're obviously glad to have you back. It's always good to see you. And thanks for bringing a new guy to the family, and I appreciate the kind words for our facility and our coworkers. We're really proud of the people that we have working together with us here at Standard Paints, whether it's the lady answering the phone or the guy mixing the batch of stain or Davey staining the fence today. Everybody saw him. We got a great group of people that take a lot of pride in what they do and want to do it the best way possible to produce the best product so that you can be proud with your product selection and then therefore your customer satisfaction.
Well, one thing I'm going to tell you, because I am an attention to detail guy, what y'all have done here with attention to detail, from the staging, from how you bring people in and the culture you created, it shows. It shows with your brand. And I will tell you, personally, I like seeing that. That's part of how I felt I wanted to grow Outback over the years, and it's good to see that you carried that. And so knowing that where we started and where you ended up, I'm very impressed today.
No, thank you. And thanks for coming back.
Yeah.
Look forward to working with you again here closely real soon and helping you grow this in East Texas.
For sure. Thanks,
brother.
Appreciate you guys.
Feel free to log into our podcast. Can be found on iTunes.com.